guys and gals. Well, I have about 10 tarantula rehouses to do, and they are some of my larger species or some of my more defensive per se. Old world pokies to rehouse, 2 Theraphosas, 1, 2, 3, 4 Poecilotherias, and 2 very large Phormictopus cancerides. So anyways, I'm going to do these individually, but I'm just going to give you a lowdown of what I've done as far as enclosures. So this one you're looking at, this is for my Theraphosas, or one of my Theraphosas, and as you can see, it's I forget how big it is, but it's probably 2 feet by 16 by, it's only about 6 inches deep, but it's a nice size. Here's Sarge over here. It's my Theraphosa sturmey, Burgundy Goliath. You can see the size difference in the 2 enclosures. So this is a nice jump up for him, and also my Theraphosa apophysis is going to be going into something very similar to this. Now for my arboreals, and sorry, also my Phormictopus cancerides, my large females. And over here, as you can see, this is another tote. This is a large, I don't even know what it is. It's a sterilite, but as you can see, it's got a lot more height to it. This is what I'm going to be putting my my Poecilotherias in. Oh, sorry guys. So much more room for them, especially my Ornatas. They are getting very, very large, and I have them in, most you guys know, those little containers up there. They were fine in there. I just checked back on my videos. I rehoused them 3 months ago, and they were almost too small for those enclosures. Now they're too big for the enclosures. So anyways, I'm just giving you a breakdown now of the enclosures. I will talk about each of them as I rehouse each individual tarantula, but just that this is sort of kind of the part 1, and sorry, yeah, part 1, and I'm going to just do one tarantula at a time. I'm going to upload the video because I also want to talk about the enclosures. I've done a couple different things, and I wanted to go over that with you guys. So anyways, without any more rambling, let's get on to Theraphosa sturmey, Burgundy Goliath. Okay guys, here we go. For some reason, my camera was messing up a little bit, so anyways, on my left here, probably you guys right, is Theraphosa sturmey, Burgundy Goliath, and he is going into over here. Now, this guy's got very, very bad hairs, urticating hairs. I don't really want to mess around with this tarantula, trying to coax it over, because he's probably going to kick hairs, and as I said, they're the worst hairs for being itchy and having a reaction to. So I'm just going to cup him, put him over here, and once I do that, hopefully he'll settle and not freak. I'll get the camera down and give you guys a better look. So anyways, I'm not going to talk because I got to cup him. And I'm actually on the wrong side, and I'm right-handed, so anyways. And he's near his dish, so he could just scamper, but we'll give her a go. We'll be going under there. Alright, so he's pretty much there. I'm just going to touch him, get him in the clear, so I can get the cardboard underneath him. I think he's already kicking. That's good enough for me. Now, yeah, he's down. Come on, buddy. I should have put a hole on the top of this. I don't want him kicking. Not only do I not want the hairs on me, I don't want his butt bald. He's been actually very, very good. He's not giving me a threat posture or anything. He never has. He's a little crazy when it comes to feeding. Come on, buddy. This is a confirmed male. I'm saying he's probably 7 inches. So he's doing really well. I'm just touching his feet there. I don't know what you guys can see up there. He's just slowly backing out. Hopefully he doesn't get a burst of energy here. He'll be on my lap. Perfect. Alright guys, I'm going to pause this and give you guys a better look. Alright guys, so there's a look at him in his new enclosure. So I'm going to talk about his enclosure just a little bit. As you can see here, I got some, these are just fake dollar store, I guess plants, or yeah, plants, but I just took trimmings, I clipped part of them off. And what I did, if you can see here, I suction cupped them to the side, okay? Because as you can see here, you know, it's off the ground. He can hide under there or just walk under there. Same idea over here. So, but what I did, I cut them, and there's wire in these just to keep them stiff, or so you can bend them and shape them whichever way you want. I put them through a suction cup, and I put a little bit of hot glue on the end just to seal it so there's no sharp edges, and also it keeps the piece of vine, or I guess plant, from sliding out again. So that was kind of neat. That's something new I've tried. Also, you can see his hide down here. That's all covered with moss up top. Okay, that's going to be great for humidity because these guys are moisture dependent per se. And you can see, I don't want to get my hand too close because he's sort of kind of there. But that goes right under. He's got a huge hide. And for his hide, what I did was, this is what I keep a lot of my, I grow a lot of my arboreals in. You guys have seen them all in my videos. I just took one and I cut it in half, because if it was, you know, that would be way too tall if it was the whole piece, and you know, he'd lose the room up top. So he gains the hide space and he doesn't lose any, I guess, floor space per se. And also, this is one thing I really wanted to touch base on, my water dishes. I know this looks crooked, and that's because it is. Gosh, I wish he wasn't there. But what I've done, guys, you can't really see it, but I've lifted it off the ground. I've done pretty much the same thing I do in my arboreal species, but they're up high, as you can see in here. What I do, I glue one cup in on the enclosure, and I use another one to put inside so I can take it in and out and clean it. I am so tired of mold, okay, and it always starts under the water dish, and I know, you know, we can move our water dishes around and what have you. It's supposed to help out, but I really think it's because there's no air flow under there, and it's just the water dish is sitting excuse me, on top of the substrate, overflows a little bit, and we always push it down to make sure that you know, it doesn't tip over. So that creates a barrier, and there's no airflow. So I'm going to try this. It is on an angle, but as you can see, there's a good bit of water in there. Let me just show you guys here. I got two of them here, but here's my hand. I got two of them here. Still has a sticker on it. That's a pretty big water dish. So, I mean, it's only maybe half full because it's tipping over a little bit. But that, I mean, look at him. Look at his water dish. That's a huge amount of water for this tea, and it will also help out with humidity. And also, on the lids, on my Therapholsas, here's one here. I did not vent it out because I want the humidity to stay in. Now, I'll see how it goes. If there's too much humidity, or I think it's getting too stuffy in there, I will vent the top out a little bit. But what I've done is, this is another thing I've tried. You can already see the moisture building up down there. I put holes here. I put holes all along the top, all the way around. And I've started putting holes, instead of putting a whole bunch of holes here, sorry, down here, I've been starting to put holes in the corners. So you're getting ventilation from pretty much everywhere, not just concentrating in like one area on each side per se, like in a little cluster of holes like you see some of my enclosures. That's also what I did for these guys over here, my Psalmopoeus cambridgei, as you can see here too. And it seems to be working fairly well. And also, you know, you can't see through these very well, but you're not seeing the holes in the middle of the enclosure or on the sides. So anyways, guys, oh, and also substrate. I'm tired of paying so much money for cocoa fiber. I'm starting to do my own substrate, and I have been for a while. And I just use a mixture of peat and just black earth, topsoil. And I mix it up half and half, 50-50, and it actually is working really well. The peat is very dry when you get it, but the topsoil, well, depending on how long it's been in the sun for, it's a little damp. But when you mix the two, like you can grab a handful of this stuff and squeeze it together, and it sticks together, but it doesn't wring out or anything. So that's a perfect way to start out with your substrate. And also, as I said, I put some moss in here. That's I think some Spanish moss. I just flicked a little bit in there just to make it look a little bit better. But I think I'm going to move this. Hopefully, it doesn't go crazy. I think this looks pretty cool. You know, that's a big T, guys. He's 7 inches, and look at the size of his enclosure. So he's going to grow into this nicely. These guys can, as you guys all know, they're the largest species of tarantula. They can reach up to 12 inches. So there's a look at his height in there as well. So he can get under there, and it goes all the way over there. So I think he's going to feel good in here. The height's perfect because he's not going to climb up on a, you know, like I did these over here. But I had to put a ton of substrate in there, and that's where I'm moving my, what do you call them, my Phormictopus cancerides out of, and they're going in one of these. Anyways, guys, this first video is a long one. I apologize, but the next ones, I'm not going to talk so much about the enclosures and whatnot, because they're all pretty much the same, and it'll just be the rehouses. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to lots more rehouses, and I also have a feeding video coming up soon. So you guys have a great day and a great night wherever you're at. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.